What's your favorite memory of Foster National School?
My favourite memory of Foster National School is when me and Martin were reenacting the Mary and Jesus scene on the sidelines of the full class football game. My favourite memory was when we were taking photos for the calendar and we went to the ice skating rink and Connor was doing laps around the Christmas tree and me and Granny couldn't even stand up. My favourite memory was when we were in 5th class and we were doing pictures for the calendar and Robert jumped into the lake for a tenner.
My favourite memory of Foster School is probably the baking we did at the start of 6th class, because I told Jennifer that if you got an egg in the palm of your hand and you squeezed it, you wouldn't be able to break it. But I broke the egg and it launched all across the room and fell all over Dara. We just got covered in egg.
My favourite memory of Fossa is when we were doing a calendar in 5th class and we were taking a picture next to the lake and Mr. Corcoran threw his stick in and said if you get it you get €10 and Robert just yeeted himself in. It was really funny.
My favourite memory was when we went cycling into town in 5th class to watch a movie and then afterwards we got half an hour to just go around town and do whatever we wanted.
Oh, that's fun. My favourite memory was probably in 5th class maybe, and we were doing maths and there was a closet thing and the handle isn't on it, so we locked Mr. Corcoran in there and it was we locked him in for ages.
My favourite memory of Foster School was definitely when we were taking photos for the calendar and Robert jumped into the lake because Mr. Corcoran said that he would give him a tenner if he caught the stick, and I just remember that so well.
And Colin, what's your favourite memory of Foster School?
My favourite memory is meeting people and trying new things and learning lots of other new things as well.
My favourite memory was our communion in 2nd class because all of our friends were there.
My favourite memory was going to Jamie Knox in 3rd class.
My favourite memory was when me and Melanie got stuck in a canoe in 3rd class.
My favourite memory was when we went to Bowling Buddies in 4th class.
My favourite memory in Foster School was probably in 3rd class when we went to Jamie Knox and me, Melanie, Jennifer and Emily Buckley kept jumping off the boat into the water while Kate and Eva were too scared to jump in and they were sitting on the boat.
My favourite memory is probably when we had the food fight on the bus with Jennifer and Ava Griffin. And then it looked like we were bleeding because she threw raspberries at me.
My favourite memories were the day before Christmas. Luke had gone candy canes and I couldn't open mine, so I asked Jack's plan to open it, but then he wouldn't give it back, so I acted like I was going to hit him with scissors, but then acted like I hit him in the face and then his mouth was bleeding, so he went off to the bathroom and he told Luke, Dara, Alex, Trina, and all of them to pretend that he was bleeding a lot, and then I felt really bad, but then Shay told me it was a joke.
My favourite memory in Foster School was when we went on the cycles trying to get the different photos for the calendar in 5th class.
My favourite memory in Foster National School, it was when I went up to the All-Ireland final with Jack Hallisey.
My favourite memory in Foster National School was the water fight in 3rd class.
When we finished school, me, Anna and Jennifer went on the bus and Jennifer got a raspberry out of Anna's lunchbox and threw it at Anna, and then we just started a whole raspberry fight till we got back to the bus stop.
We were playing hide and seek in the woods the whole class, and me, Ava and Ava Griffin and Melanie got stuck in the woods. Well, we got lost and Ava was getting scared because she thought we were getting lost, but then we found our way back after a while. Class, when the Foster football players were a match, Mr. Finnegan came in and pushed on the Rugby World Cup on the whiteboard, and we all went crazy when they scored.
My favourite memory is when in 5th class when we went to football. We went to McDonald's. I was sitting across from Mikey and we eating a Big Mac, and then he just spilt it all over the place and all the sauce was down the chair.
My favourite memory of Foster was when it was sports day and I almost won a running race.
My favorite memory of Foster School was when the teacher left the classroom and we started a huge water fight.
My favourite memory of Foster was in 5th class when me and Tara got lost in town while on a cycle.
My favourite memory of Foster is when Donnachad tried to do a backflip off the thing over there and he landed on his head.
My favorite memory of Foster was in 4th class when we were doing the Super Sevens basketball, and then we were playing against some team from Tralee, and then we were down by 4 points, but then Jack Spillane scored the 4 points, and I ended up scoring 8 points, and then we won the game, and it was really fun.
My favourite memory was when it was the semi-final of football, and it was a really intense game, and
like we were like the same score for like the whole game, and then near the end we got a few good scores, and then we had to keep that score for the rest of the game. Then we won, and it was really fun. It was so mucky as well, so we were all dirty. And on the bus ride home, we were just singing, laughing, and it was good fun.
My favourite memory was in 3rd class when Miss Moynihan had left the classroom and we all started throwing water at each other.
My memory was in 3rd class. Well, about we went on a school tour to Jamie Knox, and it was really fun because we were on water trampolines.
Who was most likely to win an Olympic medal?
I think Grania would win an Olympic medal for running.
I think Fiona will win an Olympic medal for basketball.
Who's most likely to work at McDonald's?
I'd say probably Ava, because she can actually like cook stuff. I have no clue how to do anything with food aside from toast. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Real impressive.
I think Kieran's gonna work at McDonald's because he can't get any other job.
I'm gonna agree with Kieran, and I think Ava would be able to.
Why?
No, it's because they don't even actually cook.
As much as I want to say Kieran in retaliation, I don't think that would happen. So I'm gonna go Trina for no apparent reason, because she's rich. So
she's rich, so she's gonna work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Who's most likely to become a millionaire in the class?
I think Trina is because she does loads of higher level subjects and she's really smart.
I think Kate or Trina because they're both really smart.
I think Trina because she's really smart. I think Huron and Kate because they're really smart.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years' time?
I see myself in 20 years being a lawyer because I like debating and it's fun. Probably living in some foreign country because I want to travel the world.
I'd probably like to travel the world, but I'd probably also like to be a skin consultant because you get a lot of money for it and stuff.
Who do you think is most likely to become a successful businessman in the future?
I think Connor is most likely to become a successful businessman in the future.
I think Connor will also become a successful businessman in the future because he's always doing good trades in school for sweets and stuff.
I think Jack Halsey or Connor will be the best businessman in class.
Who do you think is most likely to marry each other in the class?
Melanie and Danica because there's some tension between them. I think Simon Rowan and Dennis.
Who's most likely to be in jail in 20 years' time?
I think Robert will be in jail in 20 years' time because he'll be a drug dealer.
I think Fionn, because he would probably steal a woman's handbag and all the money in it.
I think Dunaker because he's probably going to get in a fight on the streets.
The person I think is most likely to be in jail in 20 years' time is Trina because I think she's secretly a Russian spy, possibly. She loves Putin way too much.
I think it would be Dunaker for accidentally rolling over someone with a tractor.
I think it would actually be guaranteed Fionn, because like the way the world is now, in 20 years there's probably going to be like a law that if you love yourself too much, you're in jail. He will be the first person high of court order. He's gone.
I think it would be Kieran. Who's most likely to become an NBA player in the future?
I would say Fiona or Connor.
I would say Jack Spillane.
I'd say Fiona or Connor.
Who's most likely to be a film star in the future?
I think Fiona will be most likely to become a film star in the future because she was always really good at doing iMovies when we were in like 3rd class.
Thank you. I'd probably say Melanie because I think she goes to drama class, or Robert.
I think the person most likely to become a film star would definitely be, I think, Fionn or Melanie because they both are confident and they like the camera, especially Fionn, and I think they'd just be really good at like doing like emotions and all that.
I think that Ava and Alex will be really good at actors because they have a lot of confidence and a lot of funny charm as well.
Likely to become a professional rapper.
I think Connor is most likely to become a professional rapper.